So what we have right here is our Intro to Reading and Study Skills course, which we currently sync up with Pearson's My Reading Lab. So what we have done for this course is we have a whole tab in Blackboard dedicated to Pearson. And when we click on our Pearson link, because it's already synced, it brings the students to the My Reading Lab homepage for their course. And this is how they then access the homework that we have assigned. And we assign due dates to their My Reading Lab homework, and the due dates are specific to each module in the order that we do the textbook. We only use the view by month page because we assign only certain modules within My Reading Lab. The other portion of My Reading Lab that we use is over at the reading level learning path, where every week students have to go in and click on a title and do the diagnostic and exercise to improve their Lexile level as they go throughout the course. So currently, that is the only way students that are in this class are able to access My Reading Lab, even though every week we also do other things outside of My Reading Lab. So if I go into my weekly tabs, we have other things in Blackboard that they need to do in addition to the My Reading Lab homework. Now, we also use Cengage's MindTap program for our writing class. This is Intro to College Writing. So here I am now in Intro to College Writing, and Cengage's MindTap works differently than Pearson's My Reading Lab, but what I want to know is if My Reading Lab has the capability to do what the MindTap does. So you can see in this class, we don't have a tab specific to MindTap, okay? Every week that students are in the class, they have their weekly tab. When they click on their weekly tab, we have everything organized in folders, which we also do in our My Reading Lab class, or I'm sorry, in our Intro to Reading class with My Reading Lab. But again, we can't sync up the My Reading Lab into folders. So anyway, back to Intro to College Writing. If I click on this folder here, with MindTap, we can put particular links to the textbook right in our weekly tabs. So if I open up this link right here, this is going to take us to the ebook, and this is particular to, I think what it was chapter 4. And so automatically students know exactly what chapter they're supposed to do and where they're supposed to go because we have links directing them to there. In addition to the ebook links, students are also able to complete their MindTap within the weekly Blackboard tab. So when I click down on our homework link, again, we are able to put links in here that bring them directly to the specific module of MindTap that they're supposed to do for that week. So every week, all they need to do is click on what is there. It brings them to exactly where they're supposed to go in the week. We can start the assignment right here. They finish the assignment. When they're done, they X out, and everything syncs up into the Blackboard gradebook. What I like about doing this thing is that I can move items around. So let's say in this week I had to cancel class. All I need to do is move this to a different week and reassign the homework. And it's really easy to do right through Blackboard. So ultimately, what I want to do with My Reading Lab is instead of just having a tab where they have to click on this one link and they have to go into My Reading Lab and then they have to click on link after link in order to get what they're supposed to do, I want to be able to set it up so that in every week, it's going to take them to the ebook chapter that is assigned with a direct link to it, and it will take them to the direct links to the specific homework assigned as well. I would also like to know if then we can create one My Reading Lab master shell that when it is in the class, any instructor can copy over Blackboard and everything will already be set up. The way we have it now, when I go back into My Reading Lab, every semester I have to go into my courses and I have to create a new course for that semester, and I have to, for every day of the week that I'm teaching, I have to go into My Reading Lab and update the due dates and change the due dates, and then I need to sync it back over to Blackboard and make sure everything is correct. Whereas when I am in MindTap, All I need to do is take this master shell, copy it over, and everything is there. All I need to do is go into Blackboard and change the due dates. And this would be true for anybody. Any instructor could copy over this course and they would have all of the chapters already there. They would have all of the MindTap assignments already there. All they need to do then is put in their MindTap account information. But everything is set up semester after semester after semester. Whereas in the My Reading Lab, every semester we have to update and change and sync it back up and change the due dates and sync the due dates and make sure that they're not omitted from Blackboard Gradebook and so on. So essentially what I want to know is, are there ways that we can make My Reading Lab sync with Blackboard the way that we do with MindTap? I'm just a little frustrated with having to do it semester after semester with setting it up for every instructor with the My Reading Lab, whereas in MindTap, everything is the same every semester. If somebody wants to move something, they just go into Blackboard and move it, but everything is synced from the very beginning. So that's what I want to know. I looked through the videos and I didn't see any of the My Reading Lab videos on YouTube that show me how to do what I'm trying to do. So I'm hoping somebody can get in touch with me and let me know if this is a possibility. Thank you.